Hope you watched the video we uploaded just a minute ago. If you haven't, go watch that so the rest of this story will make more sense.
With a chilling creak, the front door opened. The cold invaded as snow began to drift inside. An ominous shadow filled the entire frame of the doorway. A monstrous creature crouched down, entering their home. Coarse, gray-brown fur covered its entire body, save for its demonic face. Long, goat-like horns protruded from the top of its head and scraped against the threshold of the doorway as it entered. It was Krampus, and it was angry.
I have returned for whoever tried to hide my warning.
Krampus growled as he grabbed the scattered twigs from the floor. Mirko stood up, and suddenly Krampus was before him. Whimpering, Mirko put his Stack Your Sturge mask on and faced the winter entity. Krampus laughed. It sounded like it was crushing coal within his throat and ripped the mask off his face.
Foolish boy, it's not you that I am after.
The creature held Nika's boots with its long, hairy claws. From its belt hung chains that suddenly rattled. 2 chains unhooked and snaked across the floor and into the kitchen. Nika screamed as she was dragged out by her feet.
Can't you see? She hoped you to take the fall, and for that final scheme, her fate is now sealed.
Krampus bellowed. Mirko's sister had betrayed him. When he almost ran into her in the hallway, he now realized she was coming from the living room. She'd found the twigs in her boot, and rather than face their parents about that year's behavior, she had knocked both of their shoes over so their parents would know who had deserved the twigs. Krampus had known what she had tried to do. Mirko fought back tears as he watched his sister try to bargain with Krampus. "You're wrong, demon. The twigs were in his boot, not mine. You left the bell for me. Don't you recognize it?" She lied. Mirko stared into his sister's eyes and began to cry, betrayed but also afraid for her. Nika then realized what she had done and handed her brother the bell, also bursting into tears. Mirko turned to Krampus. Nika looked so alone. Maybe he could... Krampus snarled and bent down low until he was face to face with the terrified boy.
You have no place in my world, young Mirko, for you are not yet a bad child. If that changes, I will be back for you as well,
the demon whispered. And with that, its chains lifted Nika up into the air. Krampus snapped Mirko's wooden Stack Your Sturge mask onto the girl's face. She screamed, trying to pry it off, but slowly her struggling stopped, as she was transformed into one of Krampus's spirit helpers. Mirko no longer recognized his sister as she followed Krampus out of the house. As she crossed the doorway, she paused for a moment and looked back at Mirko. She no longer recognized him either. And with that, she bounded into the night after her master, leaving the boy with nothing but a bell and some twigs.
And with that, be good this year, for more warnings will not come. Besides maybe a couple of sticks in your shoes. And if you've been extra bad, when you hear him burst into your house, don't be afraid. It might not be you he's after. Merry Christmas! And back in the other room. Die, rat, die, 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 giant rat. Ugh. Oh, hey everybody. Let me just move these out of here. Good Christmas fun, am I right? One of the guys got the Halloween props. They hung them up by the ceiling, then cut a rope and they fell. It's all in good fun, you know. Just it's all good. It's all good. Guys, these aren't even birch wood sticks.
Sorry, Dabbers. Ran out of those kind on the last house.
That doesn't sound like Krampus.
Who does this sound?
Okay, really, now I just believe you're a child. Yeah, you're gonna have to clear your throat on that one. Krampus doesn't make those kinds of noises.
Don't you understand, boy? I'm not here, but my slaves are.
Yeah, well, I just broke its arms and legs. Wait, not its legs. Now I broke its arms and legs. So will you leave me alone? I'm not scared of you. I'll fight. I'll fight.